What is up, guys? Mcdoubles back here with a brand new video. In this video, I'm going to show you where to get Arcane Thunder Seer. We're going to take it 1 to 60, try to make it work at max, and just explore it in general on Kekmaster, my caster character. So hope you guys enjoy. Let's jump right in. Okay, guys, so we are on Kekmaster, my intellect character, the one that we showed Fuego and Arctis on, which was a big hit. That build is super strong and even got slightly nerfed recently. And today we're going to be going for Arcane Thunder Seer, which is a brand new World Forge enchant that obviously just came out because it's new on Season 8 Project Ascension. Now, we're going to have to go all the way 1 to 60 without the actual enchant itself. We're going to have to acquire it at level 60. But for now, I can tell you what I started with. First of all, before we get to the skill cards, you can see I have Lightning Bolt, Arcane Missiles, Earth Shock, and Lightning Shield, and that's because Arcane Thunder Seer is combining Arcane Mage with Elemental Shaman. Now, this is a very interesting enchant, and I really hope it works, and I don't even know what the epic enchants are going to be yet. We will figure it out. Now, as for my normal cards, I'm going to take Focus Magic for more crit, Create Firestone for more crit, Thunderstorm because that's awesome, right, and Arcane Explosion so I can do my 1 to 60 spamming pretty good AoE, and level to 60 very, very fast with the group that I'm already in, as you can see. For my lucky cards, well, not as many. Earthquake, Light's Hammer, 2 interesting bits of AoE, and the epic side, Light's Hammer being brand new in Season 8, Fell Armor for more spell hits and more healing on my direct attacks, and maybe Divine Spirit as well. Just toss it into the mix. Now, I'm also going to put Drain Soul right here so that I can actually get my Firestone. Hopefully, we do nail that early on. And, well, honestly, I think that's pretty much it. So, we're going to start leveling now and see what we get all along the way, but the main goal is getting to max, figuring out where to get it, showing you guys where to get Arcane Thunder Seer, which we'll actually talk about when we get there, and yeah, seeing if we can make it work and seeing if it's any good, so let's do it. So apparently this whole prestige leaderboard is a big deal to people, and I really can't pretend to you guys like I care. Ascension has somehow tricked people into thinking that prestiging literally 100 times is worth it if their name is higher on the leaderboard. And I can't really be upset about that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. It's just I'm not going to be tricked by it. You know what I mean? But I'm actually in one of those groups where these people are trying to be pretty exceptional, which is nice because it should be a pretty fast and easy group. But I think they were saying earlier in the chat that the rank 1 guy for prestiges is on their 70th prestige. And I'm like, Jesus, man. Wow. Here I am with a 16-hour serpent form grind, and I'm saying, hey, I can finally play the game, but no, compared to that, it's not even close. Now, as you guys can see, I'm using a different UI this time. I'm trying Elf UI. It's way smoother. I've tried to set it up to look somewhat like my old school UI, so it's a little darker because Elf UI is darker, and anytime you try to, like, change the background colors, I feel like it just doesn't look the same as maybe Bartender or something, but it's close enough, to be honest. It's not that bad. I even like Skada more here. It looks way better right here on the bottom right. It's cleaner. You know, I've got, like, all my options in the little micro bar here, the bags right there, and you don't even have to show those. I just like to. And I've got X-Pearl still, so I really prefer X-Pearl. I don't like it when I can't see a little picture of my character, and quite frankly, I've gotten so used to having a live picture of my character here as opposed to a static picture that I literally can't imagine doing anything differently. But this is honestly a pretty good copy of what I had before, to be honest with you. So LVUI is looking pretty good, considering the fact that, once again, I'm experiencing minimal lag compared to what I had before with different add-ons, with the only exception now being sometimes on level up, sometimes on like changing from zone to zone. There's just like an intense amount of lag for like 2 or 3 seconds before it's okay. That's about it. All right, there we go. By the way, level 10, we get the Drain Soul immediately, meaning Firestone's going to be coming in hot, easy mode. And one other thing I really like about Arcane Thunder Seer is, well, you'll learn in a moment when we get to 60 and we actually go for it, that it's a really, really easy enchant to pick up because, once again, all of the abilities you need for it can be rolled at level 1. And I've noticed that there is a pretty big problem right now where if you just need damaging abilities, I'm talking rotational abilities right now, to make a build work, sometimes it could be impossible to roll them. Things like Siege Breaker, you know, things like Frost Shock, you know, things that you have to have for certain specs just to make them work. You just can't get them. Sometimes you have to prestige. Maybe you have to end up like one of those guys that prestige 70 times just to get, you know, 2 abilities. And as you guys know, huge proponent of them, you know, gatekeeping interrupts and gap closers. And by gatekeeping, I mean limiting them, not letting one person have them and nobody have them, but genuinely limiting them. Not a big fan, though, of limiting rotational abilities. That should never be limited at all, in my opinion. It should be the easiest thing in the game to get. So there's still a bit of a mismatch in Season 8 in that regard. So going for something like Arcane Thunder Seer is just smarter, in my opinion, right now, because you don't have to waste your time. And if it ends up being strong, which I really hope it will be, it's even better. So again, let's see if we can make this work. We're about to be 15 in a moment, and we can start queuing for dungeons. And I want to show you guys an interesting epic enchant that I actually got from SM Library. Alright guys, there's the Arcane Explosion. That's my AoE, so that's why I'm actually relevant to any varying degree in this 1 to 60 right now. You can see, like, when I level, for a split second, the world's just frozen. I hate that, man. It didn't happen pre-Season 8. Corruption, Earth Totem Mastery, Backstab, pretty much all bad for me right now. I'm gonna go Corruption. And we've got Psychic Scream, Auto Shot, Shout Mastery. I will go Psychic Scream. That's pretty good. And there we go with the Focus Magic for more crit. I'll take it. And then we got Ritual of Summoning, Water Totem Mastery, and Eye of Kilrog. I mean, Water Totem Mastery is not the worst, but Ritual of Summoning is really, really useful, so I'm going to take the Closet. And there we go. Now we can queue. These guys wanted to get all the way to level 22, which is fine, I guess. Basically, it's the same run you remember from Season 7, except they also wanted to do the Earth Totem quest. It worked. Okay, I'll take it. Let's enter the dungeon. Now, this is one of the best parts. As you can see, we're in Gnomeregan, but it says you have entered Gnomeregan launch base, slay Executioner 6000 to complete the dungeon. The cool thing about that, guys, is that once upon a time, a lot of these longer dungeons were complete garbage. By the way, LVUI gives me the ability to train all. That's huge. But yeah, like dungeons like Wailing Caverns, Gnomeregan, and more were just not very good. So people would skip them and leave the dungeon a lot, and that was the meta. And you might not have liked that, and I could totally understand why. However, they broke down a lot of the bigger dungeons into smaller ones and gave us a different last boss, and perhaps even like an Oldemon, even, for example, allow us to start in a different location so that we can just go for that one last boss, that new last boss, in this case, Executioner 3000 or whatever his name was, and that completes the dungeon, making it on par, if not way faster, than a lot of the fast and good dungeons that we did in Season 7. I love this change, and I think it's just big quality of life. Alright, Rend, Amplify Magic, Frostbolt, all pretty much garbage. Increase magic damage taken, increase healing from spells, don't really care too much. I'll go Frostbolt. And Victory Rush, Regrowth, Paladin, Aura Mastery. Interesting. We could try the Aura Mastery, why not? What do I get to choose from at this level? Ret Aura, ooh, Concentration Aura, Devotion Aura. I'll take Concentration Aura. 50% less casting. I thought that was 35%, but I'll take it. So as you can see, this is Executioner 6000 right here, and this is the last boss of this version of Gnomeregan right now. Pretty sick. Okay, that's level 28 off that. Conjure Mana Gem is good, but what do we actually get? Create Firestone. Yeah, that's what we actually need. I'll take it. So you can see, same thing here. Wailing Caverns, Pit of Fangs. We did this on the launch day stream. Slay Lord Cobron. Okay, super fast and easy. Man, watch Serpent Form drop. Oh my god, I'm gonna be so salty. You guys just had to keep PMing me and letting me know that you got Serpent Form on your 3rd try or something. Thank you to the dozen of you that decided to show me that. It's not like I didn't, you know, actually go on a 16-hour straight grind for the most part. Ooh, Intercept, Mind Control. Yes, don't mind if I do. God, I love that, man. Mind Control is going to be fun. I mean, you guys already know why I'm taking Thunderstorm. It's because I want to PvP and knock people off cliffs. I'll actually put it up on the screen now. I was going for a different spec that I won't just tease right now, but it just required way too many spells that are just, again, I talked about it in the beginning of the video, a little bit unfeasible, unfortunately, with the wrong RNG, let's just say, to get. But when I got to 60, I decided to just go no random enchants, nothing, just see how Lava Burst and Thunderstorm felt. And oh my god, I was having so much fun. And freaking Lava Burst slaps, man. It's really, really good, man. Exactly what you would want it to be, which I'm surprised by, to be honest with you. Because I had a bad feeling if they put Lava Burst in the game, it was just going to feel no different than a Fireball. But honestly, as I was using it, I thought this might actually be kind of broken in the wrong hands. Okay, what do we get? Disengage, good. Intimidating Shout, fine. I have Psychic Scream, Mongoose Bite. I'll go Disengage. God, I'm getting so much mini lag on the stupidest things, like, again, completing a dungeon or leveling up. Mind Blast, SS Rend. I'll go Mind Blast, I guess. And Disarm, Searing Pain, Redemption. I'll take the Disarm. We could always swap it out. It's actually pretty good for PvP, obviously, as well. Light's Hammer on the lucky card right there. I'm going to take it, too, because we could swap it out. Plus, it's new, so why not? It's a heal. It reduces movement speed, and it does damage in an AoE. Oh, and we have a bonus card swap. No, not for Red Aura, though. So there it is. You throw a hammer on the ground. It's actually pretty cool looking and pretty strong. And it doesn't actually fit the theme, if you think about it, of like old school WoW, even though I think that's totally fine and good. And the reason I say that is because it's like so advanced of a skill. Like, you actually get to aim it, first of all. You throw a little hammer. It's a beautiful animation. It does damage, and it heals, and it slows. So 3 things in one. It's a beautiful little spell. I really like that it's in Ascension, man. Also, somebody accidentally left our group, so now we're 4-manning it. Dispel Curse. Okay, I'll take that. It lets me do stuff like this, which is pretty crazy, with that Light's Hammer healing everybody as well, and just not even feel weird about it. I love that I can throw it myself and don't have to target anybody. I'm addicted, actually. I want to make a pally. I think we're going to have to get that strat world enchant that we talked about in a previous video and make a pally, man. So something like this, throwing out the Light's Hammer and spamming the Arcane Explosion. That is so freaking sick. Oh my god, Moonkin form. That's probably pretty good with Arcane Thunder Seer.
Nice.
I'll take that. And we can replace Disengage, which is fine. We can get a better, you know, gap creator at some point. I didn't even think about that, but that's already good with like a normal Thunder Chicken. So with the Arcane Thunder Seer version, that's probably Biss. Yeah, for sure. All right, so after that initial journey, guys, I got to level 60, and it was now time to find out where to get this enchant. So before I even show you the enchant, which I will do in a moment, I will say that we went on this journey by going to the Discord, both mine and also the Ascension Collectors Discord, all of which can be found in my Discord if you want those links. And we figured out that you have to go to one of 4 different locations all along the map, those locations being Silithus, Karazhan Cellar, the Old Dalaran Crater, and even Ashara. And at all of those locations, there was going to be a book that I have to find and acquire myself. Now, you only have 30 minutes to do it because one of the books will possibly go away in that 30-minute duration, and if that happens, it's possible that you have to reset your whole journey and go for all of the books again. So you only have 30 minutes to make this happen. Luckily, I have a bunch of different ways to travel throughout the world. If you have Portal Mastery, that could help. If you set your Hearthstone to Undercity or Terran Mill, and then you start in Silithus and move your way to maybe Ashara after that, and then go to Karazhan, then go, that's like the traditional way that people were talking about in the Discord. That's a really good way to do it, but I was able to do it with all my different Hearthstones very, very easily. So I'll put it up on the screen right now. This is where I found it in Silithus, this is where I found it in Ashara, this is where I found it in Karazhan, and then this is where I finally found it at the Dalaran Crater. All I had to do at that point was click on one of the books, combine them, and then it gave me the Arcane Thunder Seer Legendary World Forged enchant. Well, guys, I'm not gonna lie. This is the 3rd different build I've tried to make a video for in the last 3 days. 2 of them have already failed because of just the randomness of it all, and I thought this was gonna fail too. And then we pulled the Chain Lightning, bro, and I think we can finally do this. I am hype. I just showed you guys, I hope, how I got the books. I'm currently in the last location for the book, where we just got it right. You can see the book's still there. I don't think many people are going for this because, you know, the server's been out for a week at this point. And I will say, I don't think this has had a lot of hype behind it. So maybe we can change that, or maybe we can prove why. So, I mean, I'm really excited just to see if we can make it work. But Chain Lightning adds to everything. And I can say I've got pretty lucky with this build so far. It was at this moment that I realized that through sheer muscle memory, I didn't just click away the focus magic. I thought, oh, I like those 3 spells. And I just said no to the Chain Lightning and didn't even realize it, man. Didn't even realize it. This is going to cause a whole conundrum where I have to re-roll 2 more times just to get back to where we are now, but I'll let you guys see the rest of what I said anyway. Nailing the Starfall of all things with the Insect Swarm, more on that in a moment. Hurricane, probably won't use it, but you never know. Arcane Explosion is what I do think I'll use though, with the Arcanist Explosion enchant that we'll definitely try. Focus Magic, Counter Spell if I want to do a little bit of PvP here and there, or even if I need to interrupt anything in PvE as well. We still got the Light's Hammer, but it's not usable in Moonkin form because it heals. That's a little caveat that sucks, but hey, it's still there. Concentration Aura is another nice notable one that you guys knew about. Mind Control, Psychic Scream, I mean, really good. We did get the Ghost Wolf, so that's a little bit of a way to maybe close a gap. It's not super efficient all the time, but, you know, because we don't have a slow, but it's still pretty good, I would say. I did actually have Lava Burst offered to me, and I have the Flame Shock, but I didn't go for it. I think that's a little bit too random and greedy. As for the Warlock stuff, we did get the Firestone, of course, as you guys know, and we have the Disarm. So those are my key spells right now. I'm actually really happy with how this worked out, to be honest with you. It's damn near perfect. We just don't have an arcane power, but you know, it is what it is, you know, like you can't get everything, unfortunately. Holy crap, am I stupid? Yep, here it comes. Did I not learn Chain Lightning or did it bug? I don't even see it there, but it was offered to me. Oh my god, guys, I think I accidentally passed. No, what the hell, man? I'm such an idiot. Dude, what a big F, man. Oh my god. After everything I just said, I unconsciously, subconsciously, you could say, passed on it. No, man. Dude, that's the most depressing thing. All right, and you see this lovely AFK screen for LVUI that's pretty nice, but here I am. So I had to prestige 2 other times after that. That was a super big F, and I did try this build a little bit in PvP. It was fine, but if I'm completely honest with you, it has too slow of a ramp-up time. So that's a little concerning, but we'll still give it a try as well real quick again and see how it goes, maybe with enchants this time. I haven't even told you what the enchant does yet, so let me show you. Arcane Thunder Seer. Your arcane missile strikes grant you a stack of Arcane Thunder, so individual arcane missile strikes. Arcane Thunder says it increases the damage of my next lightning bolt by 10% and grants a stack of Thunder Seer. Thunder Seer reduces the channel duration of your next arcane missiles by 0.5 seconds, reduces the mana cost by 7%, and the missiles fire by 0.1 seconds faster per stack, up to 4 stacks, right? And while active, Chain Lightning will electrocute the target, doing damage over time. It also says what the damage over time is. Incanter's Thunder deals nature damage every 3 seconds, acts as a conduit for static arcane missiles while you are within 20 yards of the target. So I need to be close to my target. That doesn't help me in PvP either. And then the static arcane missile does spell storm damage, which I believe is a combination of nature and arcane. And therefore it double dips with the talents and stuff like that. We've played with stuff like Twilight Paragon in the past where it's something similar. And maybe in certain scenarios, if you have more CC than me with the fears and the setups, you can really turret somebody down. But I think PvE is really where this is going to shine. One of the issues is that you are buff reliant, and the buffs have like really short durations. That's horrible for PvP and really bad in PvE if there's any movement or anything that just prevents you from playing your class. So I think it's a very tumultuous spec. It's not as impressive as Arctis and Fuego or something like that, especially for how hard it would have been for like the first person ever to find out how to even get it. You know, imagine being the guy who realizes that you have a 30-minute duration on a book and you don't even know where the other 3 books are. Like, that must have been difficult. Luckily, I had Discord help, you know, a week at this point since launch to figure out where to go get it. But I've got weird stuff with this spec. I didn't get the Starfall with this version, but we have Hammer of Justice. I've got a lot of ways to reduce damage taken with Pain Suppression and pseudo reducing damage taken with things like Evasion and Blood Horror. I've got Arcanist Explosion, which I think is not good for PvP, but we're going to try it for PvE. And this is what I was alluding to earlier with the Library enchant that I got. So you do get this, I think, from the last boss of SM Library. It transforms Arcanist Explosion, or Arcane Explosion, into Arcanist Explosion, giving it a cast time, longer range, more damage, and better scaling. And it's just been really fun to use so far. I'll go to these dummies over here, and I'll show you what it can do so far if I spam it. It's really low mana, actually, and I think this could be like a decent catch-all. We'll figure it out. Let's see. So you do it like this, 1.2 second cast right now. Lots of crit, right? And you just keep spamming it. So you also lose mobility. Let's see, where am I right now? I'm actually gonna have to stop for a second. 4K. Yeah, that's not, I mean, I could do more with Arctis and Fuego. So real quick, I did just want to see what happens if I spam the regular Arcane Explosion. So actually, the DPS almost looks the same. Sometimes it's actually a little higher, which doesn't even make any logical sense at all. All right, so once again, Arcanist Explosion. We're just doing it. We're spamming it. Where are we? It does actually, look, it's peaking now. Well, I wonder if something was off with what I showed you guys before. It's doing way more now. Maybe I wasn't hitting all the targets or something? Because now we're doing a lot more with Arcanist Explosion. But yeah, okay, 7K there. That's huge. That's nice. All right, let's start off with a nice Magic Rooster into the slow fall, into the jump. Now, this is what's bad. If your team is losing and you are forced to be 20 yards in front of everybody on the enemy team and get blown up, that's not good. Like I said, I'm stack reliant. So let's see. I'm going to Arcane Missiles. I literally died before I could do absolutely anything because it's like, oh no, dude. I actually did get the Thunder Seer luckily there. Let's go for the, okay, I'm too far away to get off a Chain Lightning. Let's try it there. 516 crit. As you know from my Arctis Fuego playthrough, I was hitting higher than that in my 50s. Can I pick on the little guy? Let's see. Can I Star Surge you? I don't want to pick on this guy. I don't even want to turn Moonkin Form on because it's going to ruin my ability to get stacks. All right, at least I killed that guy, but honestly, nobody could say it was skill. Okay, hold on. Star Surge? Pain Suppression? Go fast! Turret, 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 turret! Oh my god! I think I just messed up too, and I don't even have super turret. Oh, yeah, I did. I don't have super turrety stuff anymore. Do I still kill this guy? Please let me kill him. Yeah! How did I kill you? Okay, so if you get a certain fight where the dudes don't have as much gear to one-shot you and have no control, you can actually blow somebody up. But let's be real. That was kind of a cluster of a BG, dude.
Nope.
Okay, so I've changed things up a bit for the PvE side of things. I had to put a lot of points into basically spell hit, and also I'm hyper prioritizing just haste, and also I got out of a lot of the lightning bolt stuff. I'm only keeping unrelenting storm, which is just, you know, as I cast lightning bolt and stuff, I get more haste. So it all kind of goes together. I'm going to be trying an interesting array of stuff as well in the enchant department. Pendulum for more haste or crit, controlled storm for more mana, because I do need that. Arcanist explosion I think is really fun. We're going to try that as well. Arcane empowerment for more missile damage, dream state for more mana, lunar guidance for more damage, celestial focus for more haste, and you guys basically get the gist, right? It also looks like we're doing a chest run. I can't remember what it's called. Holy crap, it's been so long. Okay, well, here's at least a nice little pull where I'm not going to get stunned and everything's going to go fine, and we'll just see what's that DPS look like. I understand what this is with this pull. Okay, I didn't even come in first. Holy crap, what did I lose to? Flame Strike, Blast Wave, Consecration. Okay, I think that's the tank. It is. Holy crap, he's a fire tank. Nice, bro. Big respect. Templar of freaking flame. I can see the Seal of Fervor. Okay, how do we do? So, okay, I'm gonna go Arcane Missiles just to start building stacks. Once again, just building stacks. We can go for the Chain Lightning. We're just building stacks still. And when I get that fourth stack, I'm just gonna... Okay, I'm stunned. Will I lose my buff? Okay, I'm on the fourth stack, I think. Okay, there we go. You can see I'm pumping. I can actually Icy Veins, too. Make sure I get off another Lightning Bolt. Chain Lightning, I guess. Keep pumping. I guess I could Star Surge, maybe? Yeah, I did actually talent for that. Lightning Bolt just to keep the buff up. Mind Surge Robe, why not? Oddly Magic Belt, kind of garbage with the stam. Hopefully we win the robe. That was the only thing that dropped that I could really use, or at least would want to use. I also got Devout Sandals, which, you know, I don't know. It's weird. It's like, do I use it? Maybe. I'll keep it. Oh, I did win the Mind Surge Robe. Okay. We'll think about it. If we get more gear, we'll start putting this stuff on. And a Dread Mist Belt. That's more of what I think I want stat-wise, right? With the crit. So I'll keep that as well. All right, let's queue again. Let's just see how it does. So, okay, I did. I went through this strat run, and I will say I've learned something, which is that Arcanist Explosion is actually super fun, extremely good, and very versatile, being a single epic RE for this spell, and it actually fits Arcane Thunder Seer really perfectly. Now, I've also learned something else with the new way I'm building this one, which is that I think if you just put basically Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning on the sidelines, in other words, you only really utilize Chain Lightning on cooldown, of course, but the Lightning Bolt very specifically only to maintain your stacks of Arcane Thunder Seer so that you can keep spamming and turreting out those arcane missiles. And even in my case, I am deciding to try to use the Star Surge where applicable for 10% increased magic damage on my targets, and it seemingly doesn't suck. You know, you combine this with the Icy Veins, and it's extremely fun and extremely strong. Very specifically, though, I have to say, this is supposed to be a Arcane Thunder Seer video, and it just keeps reminding me of an ogre, by the way. Like, every time I say Arcane Thunder Seer, I think it's the Seer part. I just keep thinking of an ogre magi. But anyway, I really do think that Arcanist Explosion kind of eclipsed it in many ways in this video, because Arcanist Explosion is incredible with Controlled Storm. It's really fun even without Controlled Storm. I really think it's good, and considering the full PvP gear just about that I've got on right now, I'm actually not as down on this build as I originally thought I was. In fact, it might be, as I said, even better than I thought when played this way. So I'm going to go ahead and put my enchants on my PvE gear and just keep playing and see if we can do better. Okay, so I finally figured it out. I actually basically had 2.9k, almost 3k DPS consistent. Wow. I finally figured it out, because now I get it now. If everything goes well, once you finally get to 4 stacks, you literally never click Lightning Bolt again, other than to renew it, and you just spam Arcane Missiles and Chain Lightning on cooldown. And I mean, I know I said it before, but I haven't been able to fully play it like this yet, because something always ruins it. So it looks like, on a boss, we might actually be able to do some crazy stuff, because I haven't pulled DPS like that yet. And I know you guys always say the dummies, I do a little bit more damage apparently to the dummies, but even accounting for that, this is pretty good, and also accounting for not having maxed out PvE power, that's actually also pretty good. I like it. This is stronger than I thought. This is literally on par with everything else we've seen so far, except for a Fuego Arctis build that's played optimally with optimal talents, right? But the other ones were all around 2.5 to 3k-ish, are they not? Okay. So basically, after I put on all my PvE gear, I started to get more spirit, and I decided to go into the Moonkin talent that converts spirit into more spell damage, and then I thought, what if we just double down on that And I did the same thing with this talent over here with Student of the Mind, which is something we've used before as well. I was already going into things that give me mana regen. I've played casters before, I get it. And I had all this haste synergy going. I took all the crit stuff, and this time I didn't forget this talent, Master Shapeshifter, for 4% more arcane and nature damage. That's good value for 2 talent points, but I did get rid of some things like Furrer, which I don't like necessarily, and also Earth and Moon, so I'm throwing out the Starburst, whatever it's called, from the rotation. That would be good for PvP, I guess, but not for this one for PvE. And with all of those changes, same thing in those other regards, this is actually doing pretty decent. So just as a quick aside, before I show you anything else, I did go ahead and test the AoE rotation on the dummies without Arcanist Explosion. In other words, what most people probably would have thought you would have done with the Chain Lightning build, which is do your single target rotation and toss in the Chain Lightning. Remember, Chain Lightning applies a dot. And so the idea could be that if you extend the amount of chain lightnings that you toss out, there's various REs, I think, or at least one RE that does something like that. You might be able to apply it to even more mobs than normal, and then that ticks away. It's maybe kind of like a nature flame strike, just, you know, jazzed up, right? And of course, with the single target damage that you're pumping from your arcane missiles and your typical rotation, you would think maybe it would be pretty good. Except as you've been seeing here, and you're seeing at the moment as well, it's not. It's like 4k DPS or something like that, and that's kind of on the high end. And on the flip side, I can use one single ability in Arcanist Explosion, as you guys saw, and I can get 7k plus, which is interesting, which is what we saw towards the end of that last rotation. So for people who think maybe that's not the RE, I almost wonder if it 100% is, just to make up for that lack of AoE. It's kind of like a Seed of Corruption, you know? It's like on a Shadow build, right? When you typically don't have AoE, you just slap Seed of Corruption on it and it works. Maybe this is the Seed of Corruption of Arcane builds now, to whatever degree that's relevant. So honestly, right now, with like the weird way this works and how like movement can throw it off, honestly, I'm not getting very similar results. Just to give you guys a point of contention, I think I was doing more DPS than my friend Cornella here that I just met in Orgrimmar on the dummy. However, Cornella has beat me on the single target fights already on this raid that we've been in, so that's been interesting the way that's worked out. Also on fights like this one with High Priestess Marley, which by the way, I don't think I lagged to any real significant degree, but it is a smaller raid, but I was able to really abuse the Arcanist Explosion and just meme it up, destroying the ads the entire time, and that was really fun, basically being a one button build the entire time. We're also already getting some loot. I've got a Band of Servitude, which is just fine, but the more important one is that I got the Zandalar Confessor's Mantle, which is pretty good for me because I do want to go for that spirit route. I really want that 2-piece right there, just the 2-piece, that's it, which is going to be nice if we get it, because we currently do have PvP shoulders, man, and also apparently they're broken, so let's go ahead and just enchant these and put on our new ones and our new ring. Now I will say one of my problems right now for sure is simply that I do not have enough mana. So even with Controlled Storm and an Evocation, which is not as ideal to begin with, I still run out of mana on these fights. Now obviously with better gear that has maybe more intellect on it, that might help solve that, but the other way to solve it is going to be more spirit, but also maybe some rerolls like getting the Innervate or the Life Tap or something along those lines. Hell, even if we just had something simple like Brilliance Aura in the group, that would probably help a lot. Or even Water Shield, I don't know. But we're currently in ZG, if I didn't already make it clear, and we're having fun just trying to get loot now for the end of the video on my Intellect Caster character. Let's see if we can pull more stuff, man.
346 minutes later.
Alright guys, so this is, I am so tired, and I randomly feel sick, but it's 6:30 a.m. raid again, dude. And a lot of the people ended up DCing and leaving, and we're gonna call it once again around Jindo, dude. But we got most of the way throughout the raid, I'll say, and we also got more gear. Zanzul's Seal, that's pretty good if we get the Zanzul's Band, I hope we do. And we also got the Zandalar Illusionist Wraps, so now I can get these two-piece bonuses for a little bit of extra spell power. It's just fun. I never get the ZG loot because honestly, typically MC and Mythics come out before I actually get to do a lot of ZG, so for once we're actually in it to win it, man. But I do think we're just gonna do a shorter video, and we're gonna end it right here. Look, Arcane Thunder Seer is fun, it's interesting. Is it strong? I don't think it's that strong or fun to play. And I do see myself just wanting to spam Arcanist Explosion, which probably isn't the best sign. Now, thematic-wise, I will say it's like, you know, a solid 7 out of 10. The theme is decent, man. I mean, I'm spamming arcane missiles. There's also probably another route I can go that's more even. I bet most people do that. That was my first idea, and then I thought, screw it, let's go hard on the missiles. It just wasn't really good right now in ZG, and I do have some PvP gear on and stuff like that, but with time, we will get more caster gear, and we will own even more, and I think it'll be a whole lot of fun. But let me know in the comment section below what you thought of Arcane Thunder Seer, and if you have a version of it out there there that you think is good, share it with the community. But guys, let's go ahead and do the giveaway from the last video, and once again, leave a comment in the comment section below with your in-game name for a chance to win something in the next video. Okay guys, from the last video, pick a winner. Gab says, yo, good content. You should take a look at Glacial Light and try to make something out of it. I will look that up, and his name is Quebec, okay, or Quebec. So at this point, my inbox is like permanently full from stuff from you guys. I'm also seeing some awesome stuff that I haven't even got to see yet because I haven't been on this guy. But for today, we will start with Slammer Bits giveaway. I'm going to give you both of these Stones of Retreat, my friend. And I said I was breaking his giveaway up into a half and half thing. You get the Elemental Lodestone. Let's see, you can have the Unleashed Elemental Cache of Armor, the Dealer's Draft Deck, and one of the portable transmogrifiers, and the rest will be for the next video, which is a really good one as well, because you get a book, you get the seasonal achievement unlock, another profession book, you get a way to unlock all the flight points and stuff like that, so you can leave your name, and you already know about that in the comment section below. But Quebec, here you go, both your Stones of Retreat, all of your stuff, GG. But anyway guys, if you enjoyed the concept and the build of the Arcane Thunder Seer, make sure to give this video a like and to subscribe for more content. We're going to be working on something different for the next video, just something way different, guys, not a caster. Hopefully I can make the strength character I want work, but as I said, 5 prestigious so far, and only missing 1 PvE DPS ability. Just so lame, dude. So who knows what the next guy will be? Maybe it'll be a tank, I don't know. But anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Mcdoubles out.